It's also acts as this sort of target idea, and fragmenting the body into pieces to objectify it even more than actually physically placing it into these four objects.
Have you also noticed it's not at eye level?
Yeah.
Also,
It was almost to my heart.
I would prefer to be life-size and be
At that level, yeah.
Huh, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Because
I was going to put it lower, but then it ended up being taller.
So the feet may go down to the floor? Nice.
The whole series of works in the same vein at that level would be really interesting.
Because something I'm interested in, there's always just, especially with my work, it's just inevitably in our world we live in, like everything just comes out to, you're just objectifying, and you're just being a chauvinist or feminist or whatever, if you're male or female. Even if it's works about yourself or about someone you love or whatever. But so I think something that's interesting is the dichotomy of purposely objectifying and purposely degrading in a sense where I feel like a lot of especially photography in the 80s and 90s was saying like, oh no, I like it was playing it safe and saying like, oh, I'm not degrading this person, and there's this explanation for it, But I've seen work lately. It's interesting when you just do let the viewer fetishize something or degrade something. It reveals more about the viewer, I think, than the image itself. I think that this gets at that. It's interesting.
If you were going to make it larger, would you, in your ultimate vision for the piece, was it still in the panes?
Probably.
That's really, that conversation has come up quite a bit, and you're right, particularly in the 90s, there was a period there when everything was sort of sexualized, objectified, whatever. It seemed like, you're right, people were projecting or looking for something in that vein, and the conversation always surrounds itself, then goes back to like, we had this, once we had a long talk, debate about the difference between nude and naked. It was really quite wonderful. Going around the room and everybody thinking about that and coming up with well, naked is this and nude is this, and it's really very wonderful. But I think, in the 60s, Vienna Actionist, perfect, going back to that. Vito Acconci, women like Carly Schneemann, Barbara Smith, Karen Finley, that where the body was always material, the body was the body. The body was just this thing, this landscape. It was yours. It was material. I don't look at Vito Acconci naked and start thinking that sex. Really funny. Carly Schneemann piece would be very political, not sex, not sexy, not fetishized. And then we jumped and something happened. You're right. Something happened along the line that when an artist gets naked, particularly also women. I was showing last semester in my photo works class the work of from Yale, I forget her name, and she takes pictures of herself, naked in hotel rooms, like doing kind of like weird contortions with her body on the bed, in the bathroom, in the bathtub. And someone goes, "Oh, that looks like Penthouse." I was like, what? So all of a sudden I was projecting that. They couldn't just look at the body, and the pose and the form. So it was very interesting.